Joining me now on this great celebration and the NYSE's commitment is Will Goodwin. He's head of strategic operations and corporate affairs for the New York Stock Exchange. Will, good morning.
Good morning, Kristen. Thanks so much for having me.
Great to have you. Great way to kick off 2026.
Absolutely.
What more can you share about this partnership?
Yeah, a patriotic way to start our Friday here. And the video highlighted it, but we have been working for 233 years to strengthen ties between the U.S. and our place in global economic leadership and what happens right here at the New York Stock Exchange at 11 Wall Street. And as we look ahead to 2026 and we prepare to celebrate America's 250th birthday, we wanted to make sure that the New York Stock Exchange and this incredible community was front and center and reminding folks about that legacy, about the connectivity between free markets, between the capital raised here and what it's done for people all across the United States and around the world. So we approached America250, which is the official nonpartisan entity that's planning a year-long sprint of programming and celebrations to help mark the 250th. And as those conversations progressed, we got to the point where we stepped in as a sponsor, but as the exclusive stock exchange sponsor of all of those activities. So there will be a lot happening here over the next 12 months when it comes to celebrating America's birthday.
I'm excited for that indeed. What does this partnership mean for the NYSE?
Sure. Well, we like to say to people all the time, Kristen, as you know, that our nation and our markets literally grew up side by side, right here at the corner of Wall and Broad Street. We walk by George Washington's statue every day at Federal Hall. It's the site where he took the oath of office to become our first president. First capital of the United States, first place where the Treasury Department and the State Department had a home. And so we talk about that history all the time. And when it comes to celebrating this year, there are a handful of cities that are going to be in focus across the whole country. And New York is one of those, particularly around July 4th weekend. And so, that's part of the legacy there, is that unique to New York, unique to NYSE, is that story of the birth of our incredible free markets and the birth of the country.
Let's drill in
Sure.
on NYSE and, of course, New York. What more can you share about the significance?
Absolutely. Well, you may remember we had a great bell last July 4th to kick off the one-year sprint with Sailforth 250, which is another entity that's working closely with us and with America250, planning this incredible international naval review. So we did this back in 1976 for the 200th birthday of America, but there will be an incredible U.S. Navy presence along with our partners from all around the world, bringing their historic tall ships right into New York Harbor, coming in that week leading into July 4th. And on the 4th of July itself, we will have an incredible naval parade in the harbor. There will be something like 15,000 plus sailors and military officials from all around the world here to celebrate America's birthday before attention turns down to Washington, D.C. that evening. So as we get ready and we step into that week and we prepare to celebrate and we welcome those incredible service members to New York, they're going to be coming right here to the New York Stock Exchange.
It will be historic indeed, Will. What has this planning process been like?
Sure. Well, it's been iterative. Kristen, believe it or not, it's taken a few turns. But that's what's great, is that there are so many incredible entities involved in this. And for all of those organizations, those are friends of the New York Stock Exchange. I mean, long-standing relationships with the U.S. military, with officials in Washington, and also with the international community who's going to be here to celebrate. So we've been working together with those folks. And it's not just about the 4th of July itself. This is a continuation of activity that you've highlighted already throughout the year on the show. So the chairman of the SEC came in, he said, I want to give a speech about America's 250th and how we make sure that our capital markets are vibrant for the next 250. He delivered that speech right here from the boardroom, Chair Atkins did. So in the lead up to the July 4th celebrations and even beyond, we're going to have a host of other activities. We're going to welcome back the Congressional Medal of Honor Society for their gala. We saw some clips in the video. There, we're going to welcome Blue Star Families, an incredible leading military families organization, in just a few weeks to host their very first gala right here at the New York Stock Exchange. So this trajectory of celebrating America, but also honoring our service members, their families, veterans, and first responders, all of that activity is part of this celebration.
Very diligent planning, Will, it sounds like indeed. Any surprises or special moments, that magic, if you will, that we might be able to anticipate?
Well, as people know, as your viewers know, it's always magic here. We sprinkle the magic dust on every morning before we open the markets. So I don't want to give away too many of the surprises, but just to say that we're going to be working closely with you and your team as well to bring the celebration, to bring these fun elements of this 250th birthday directly to the viewers who are watching on NYSE TV. So they need to watch this space. There's more to follow.
We will be participating indeed. So it's a good way to ramp up the energy into this big celebration. How else can people stay connected?
Absolutely. No, I mean, really, follow us on our socials, but also stay engaged. Follow our partners at America250, Sailforth 250. There are so many people who are both on the corporate side, individuals, nonprofits who are putting energy toward this celebration. And so, amplifying those efforts, but also one of the takeaways, one of the things that America250 and the programming side is asking people to do is re-engage as citizens, right? To pay attention, to make sure that we're upholding our obligations as citizens and teaching our kids about civics, like all of these different pieces. So folks should stay engaged. They should look at what the message is there and then help spread it to their neighbors, to their fellow Americans.
Historic moment for the country. Absolutely. Exciting time for the NYSE
Yes.
and NYC. Will Goodwin,
Absolutely.
Head of Strategic Operations and Corporate Affairs at the New York Stock Exchange. Thank you.
Thank you.